All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel with some breaking news. Yeah, it's not a slow day on the classic rock scene today as we talk about this in real time for a few real people just like you there and just like me here. So, nobody would have had this on their bingo card today. I know that expression is getting a little bit tiresome, but you wake up on Monday morning, October 6th, 2025, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, Rush the band. They'll get back together again next year. And holy crap, Batman, here we are. All right. Yeah. So if you're a Rush fan, and I am, just to clarify, I don't talk about Rush very much because I thought they were kind of done. But this is pretty cool. So 11 years after they played their last show together, Rush will reunite for the 2026 50 something tour. I like that name. How old are you? Well, I wish I was 50 something, but that doesn't work for me. Although I can lie, I can just tell people that and they'll believe it. Surviving members Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson are billing the Seven City Tour as a celebration of the band's music and legacy and the life of late drummer and lyricist Neil Peart. This is crazy. There are tour dates, and I'll get to those. I wish the tour was a little more expansive. The tour kicks off Sunday, June 7th. First two shows out in Los Angeles, of course, at the Kia Forum. And that's the same venue, though, where Rush played their final show with Neil on August 1st of 2015. Neil died in January 2020 after a private battle with cancer. Now, you're probably wondering who's going to try to fill the shoes of the great Neil Peart. Some consider Neil the greatest drummer in the history of rock music, and I can buy into that argument. I mean, and by the way, folks, wouldn't it be cool if radio stations here in the United States started to play music from Rush again? Like, not just the two songs that they typically play over and over again, maybe five songs. I mean, this band has an amazing catalog, and I'm a big fan of all of their 80s stuff and their late 70s material, and even into the early 90s. These guys were still hitting on all cylinders, and if you're a diehard Rush fan, you're going to know way more than I do about Rush, but all I can tell you is there is a Rush deficit right now on classic rock stations and on rock stations in general. They're muscular enough for today's mainstream rock station, and they're classic rock enough for, classic rock stations, which you'll hear instead Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Foo Fighters. I would take all the Foo Fighters material out and replace it with Rush. Okay, just an idea. All right, so Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson will be joined by former Jeff Beck drummer. Now, she worked with Jeff Beck, so that's a good baseline to think to yourself, yeah, she must be pretty good. Anika Nilles, okay, German drummer who has also released 4 solo albums. So they've replaced Neil with a German female drummer. Again, this is pretty cool, but I wouldn't have seen this one coming. I guess Geddy Lee discovered her back in 2023. He said in an interview with The Guardian, I heard this drummer the other day. I think her name is Anika Nilles. She played on the last Jeff Beck tour, and I thought she was terrific. All right, so super high praise from Geddy Lee. In a statement announcing the tour, I mean, she must be tickled pink, right? This has got to be the thrill of a lifetime for her. In a statement announcing the tour, Lee says he could not be more excited to introduce her to our loyal and dedicated fan base, who we know will give her every chance to live up to that near impossible role. Yeah, this is going to be tough. And I'm sure there are going to be the naysayers and the people that are like, why are you going out on tour? There's no Neil, so there's no Rush. I hear this all the time with various bands, and I understand that certain people are hard to replace, or it's just incomprehensible that the band would be out there without whoever it is. And in this case, this could be the hardest person to ever have to replace in a rock band. Each show will feature a two-set evening with format with a distinct selection of songs chosen from a catalog of 35, including their greatest hits and fan favorites. Wow, that's really cool. You know, Paul McCartney not too long ago insisted that Rush go back out on tour. It's really tough for some people. A lot of people, especially you diehards from Canada, you guys are going to be like, I don't know. I don't know if this is good, but people have wanted some closure with this. Could this be a continuation of Rush, or could this just be a one time anniversary concert and paying tribute to their late great drummer? Could be both. And I'm kind of hopeful that maybe these guys will create some new stuff. But Neil was a creative force. And that's another thing they're going to miss about him if they did decide to put out some new stuff. Those lyrics, I mean, that guy had an intellect. Like, if you dig into his life and find out the stuff that he was into, I mean, talk about rabbit trails, folks. You think I'm a conspiracy theorist, and it's not about conspiracies. It's about just digging in to the information. I know he was I'm pretty sure he was a huge Ayn Rand fan. Right there. He's got me right there because he likes Ayn Rand, the late, great Neil Peart, who is almost impossible to replace. But we'll see how this goes. This is cool, though, man. If you're a classic rock fan, you've got to be sort of hyped up here. One of the greatest bands in history. They're going to be back next year. And we'll see. Well, I'm definitely open-minded about this. And yeah, so there you go. Rush in 2026. And good for them. And for those of you you guys looking for tickets, I'm not sure when they go on sale. I'm not sure. Does it say when they're going on sale? It gives the tour dates, but I'm looking in this article and I'm sure. Oh, wait a minute. Fans will be able to participate in the Rush artist ticket presale by signing up before Thursday, October 9th. I don't know where you sign up for that. Just go to their website. Go to their website. That's what I would do and take it from there. And if you want to bring me to the show, I mean, none of these shows are nearby. So we're looking at hotel, airfare, Madison Square Garden. None of these places. Do you really want to go to Chicago? I think I would go to Fort Worth. I think that's the one I would go to. Cleveland would be my second choice. But Chicago, no. Mexico City, definite no. Two in Los Angeles, definitely no. But yeah, if you want to get tickets for the show in Fort Worth, I'll go with you. All right. I'll sacrifice my time. Oh, man, talk about being excited about this. This is really cool news. All right, so there you go. A little enthusiasm here. If you're not a Rush fan and you don't get this stuff, I completely understand. But what a band. I am stoked for the return of Rush. All right, people, thanks for watching. God bless you all. Remember, Jesus actually does love you, even if you're not very lovable. I know because he loves me. So there you go.